Ooh, I'm probably loud as shit. Diazepam, let's get it. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I definitely had to Google what diazepam before this was. I was like, it sounds like a pill. Just because the Pam, I think, I was like, alazapam. That's like what you cut Xanax. So anyway, back to what we talking about. I'm innocent. Well, it's the active chemical in Xanax, but it's like, if you're cooking, you gotta know how much to put in there with your, not that I ever did that. Let's start this reaction back over, nigga. I be. Chicks on. Diazepam ran, fuck them, free the guys.
Oh my, I seem to feel so much better when it kicks in. Chemical kitchen, feel my brain destruct. Oh, die.
So instantly we going off of like a blues vibe, right? And I have a lot of talk about like with prescription pills and shit, right? But not to judge, because definitely we all going down our path in life, but I like this blues feel for it because I like this blues feel. And he feels so much better when he kicks in right away. I don't want to give too much of what I'm about to say because I got some shit to say, but I just like the blues feel, all right? Can we cook?
It feels so much better when it kicks in. Chemical kitchen, feel my brain destruct. Oh, diazepam me. Turn the volume down on my demons and he give me relief just for a second and he make it all so.
And I like the volume. I was looking at the wrong camera. It wasn't even a camera, a sound box. But I like the volume wordplay there. This is like, so there will never be a better thing than when you are being real in your music. When you're talking from a place of where you are. Whether it's good, bad, or in between, you will just always do better if you're talking about some shit in a wheelhouse you know. I've read comments about Ren, and I know that this nigga's struggle with like schizophrenia and stuff like that, and that's definitely a bag. Now, let me see, right? Because I think that music should be great without relatability, right? Relatability is just what makes it hit, right? But it's still good. Like, I still can tell you somebody I don't relate to. I can still tell you Kendrick Lamar is a great rapper, right? I still appreciate Kendrick Lamar, but I don't really relate to him on a human being aspect. I don't really relate, well, we're human beings, but like what kind of human beings we are. I see big differences in us. I don't know how much I relate to Jason Mraz or John Mayer, but they're some of my favorite artists and shit. You know what I mean? So there should be, I was never in love singing love songs, right? As children, we all were, because they were just great. So let's see if, as a nigga who ain't schizophrenic, to my knowledge, I might have a little something cooking, if I can still hit for this. But this shit
demons and he give me relief just for a second and he make it all so numb. Oh, why diazepam do you make me feel like everything's not dissolving? Spinning doors are evolving. Swallow a tablet, I'm overindulging.
Is diazepam one of them pills you pop and you could feel it go all the way down? I don't even be knowing what they be putting in.
Doors are evolving. Swallow a tablet, I'm overindulging. I've tried diazepam to be the optimist and resist cards folding. You're the crutch that I'm holding. Don't want tomorrow, cause right now I'm golden.
He don't want tomorrow because right now he's golden. So this is what I was holding in about like pills, right? And I feel like I grew up and probably contributed to prescription pills really hurting my generation. I think in about 20, 30 years, we're going to look back at what pills like Xanax and Percocets and things like fentanyl and lean, we're going to look back at how these pharmaceutical shit affected us the way that it affected crack in the 80s. I know a lot of my friends who, and don't get it twisted, we was popping them Xans too. The only reason I know what alazapam was because you, all right, but like, it was because we were taking that shit. It wasn't like we're not better than thou. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think any nigga who's in the streets gonna tell you that they didn't do drugs. 80% of us did. 80% of us tried this shit. I ain't gonna hold you. Not cracking up, but we tried our shit. And I watched as we used to sip lean because that was sort of the culture. Like lean was cool. That shit was popping, right? Well, then now we started to learn about $5 Xanny pills. You could take 2 Incredible Hulks, put it in the Sprite, shake it up. It doesn't really dissolve. You're going to be chewing them all through the night. But that motherfucker going to hit you like the lean. But then it was something I ain't never seen before. Lean was harder to get where we were at. So maybe it kept a level of separation. But, bro, I knew like 30 people with Xanax scripts. I knew where we could just go, boom, here's this, that. That nigga, that's my first charge when I got all those 500 felonies was what we were selling. So, and I watched it. I've never watched something destroy people, that in K2. I've never seen something destroy people like that because you could watch as prom queen turned into bitch ashing cigarette on herself, half asleep, talk about, oh no, I'm good. You watched as the athlete started to turn into the nigga who be pissing his pants around. You hearing stories like that. You hear as the trap drug that getting all the money and all the hoes. You watch as he became sloppy and out of weight, and these are all byproducts of the emotionally, we were all erratic. We were all extremely erratic it's crazy. I look back at that time period. And I genuinely do. I think we're going to look back at that time period and say that shit was like crack for us. Because, dog, that affected us. And anybody who says prescription pills didn't affect them, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm not comparing the like severity of it to cancer, but it's like when people say that you can't say cancer hasn't impacted you. There's no way. There's too many people you've had a teacher, a family member, a friend who is, bro, that shit was rampant where we was at. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Diatribe. This is what I was thinking of when I see the name, because it reminded me of Alive Pram, and bam, now black get chills, nigga. It just feels like felonies when I hear this. But tell me, like, obviously he struggles with mental health, but was maybe on like on a street end, so like not from doctors and shit, on the street end, was prescription pills destroying the UK the way it was destroying America? Because it took us about 2015, 2019, that shit destroyed
now
us.
I'm golden.
That Spice, man. Y'all remember Spice? You remember Spice? Nigga, we 15 years old. My homies is having seizures. Full-blown seizures. We are 15 years old, and my friends are having seizures. We don't know what to do. Like, yo, turn that nigga on his side and call the police. That's the best answer for it. But, you know, man, fuck drugs. Honestly. Although I feel like I'm on drugs right now.
When you leave, why can't I breathe like you've stolen my very essence, my coding?
Damn, but that's tough. He said, when you leave, I feel like I can't breathe because you've taken my very essence and my coding. But I remember the kid. I ain't even going to say Shorty's name, but I remember Tyler. Oh, no. But I remember how he used to be in like early middle school. And I remember when they said that kid had ADHD. And I remember when that nigga started getting Adderall. And he was a bad kid. Not bad kid, but like a wild kid. You know what I mean? Like, no, he's a bad kid. Smoking cigarettes, smoking weed. We like 13, 14, 15. Boom. And I remember how the Adderall turned into like his thing. Like, oh, I'm the Adderall guy. Then it started turning into, he might sell some of his Adderall. Nigga a full-blown meth head now. Swear to God. But unless he's kicked meth since I started doing YouTube, full-blown meth head. For Queso, don't get it wrong. Because I've been diagnosed with a lot of shit before, bro. I've been in, like, probation and group homes and all that shit. Nigga, all they do is send you to the therapist and try to get you on them happy pills to keep you balanced, so you won't be such a problem for society. You won't be such a, like, detriment. But I never took them. I never did. I took them one time. My dick stopped working. I was right hand to the man. My dick started working. I'm fucking 16 with no dick. What am I? But I'm not taking these shits again. Why would I at 6? This is the problem with my dick. That's how I felt.
Went for a swim and breathe like you've stolen my very essence, my coding. Went for a swim and then drowned in your ocean. Don't lie, Diazepam. You promised me the world, but now I'm rotting and molding. In my face it feels swollen. Anesthetic, I block that emotion.
And this is real. This is like real as fuck. This is one of, like, credit to Ren that you will always, you're not scared to tackle real topics. Because, nigga, I'm in here, I don't know, I'm feeling you bleed, bro. And this is something that really impacted me. I can at least say that I was on the wrong side of history when it comes to this one. If I knew better, I thought if you just test it for fentanyl, you're good. I thought you just put it on in the little shit. They cut off the part. They put it in the water. If it turns in the water with the solution, it turns black. It got fentanyl. It turned green. It's got dope in it. It turned blue. You know, I thought that that's what we're doing. I didn't understand that I was helping destroy my generation, and I do still feel bad for that. I do. You know, I mean, what the fuck, kill me, nigga? I did my time. What the fuck you want me to do? I'm not doing it anymore, but I still do, bro. And like, I appreciate Ren for talking about that because I won't get to talk about that. Craziest thing, and I had a feeling based off reading your comments. I ask this again because I want to see this, and I want y'all to notice this. How many of you guys were fans of rap prior to Ren? And if you say I was a fan of rap like in the 90s, early 2000s, and I just haven't found good rap. No, you're not a fan of rap. You were a fan of those artists. But how many of us were fans of rap before Ren? I want to know that because this is a non-rap song. And what did he drop first? Was he on this shit first? Because this is like a neo blues, neo soul type shit. I would classify this as. Was he on these vibes? Was he on a punk rock vibe? Was he on a hip hop vibe? What was the original vibe you found Ren for? And did you like hip hop prior? That's what I want to know. And it's okay if you didn't like hip hop, but like, I'm not gonna tell you I like basketball and haven't watched basketball in 45 years. You know, I watch games as I can watch them because I enjoy the sport. Even when my favorite players are gone, I'll still watch the sport because I like the sport and I like my players. Some of y'all might have just liked the players, right? And that's fine, but you might not like hip hop because, boy, I said it just in passing, like, yo, how many of y'all niggas, because I had a feeling, like, because when I'm breaking down aspects of hip hop and you're like, he can squeak if he wants to. That makes Ren Ren. I'm like, yeah, that's what makes Ren Ren. And if he wasn't rapping, I could grade this differently. But because of it's a culture and a genre, I'm gonna grade it to the things. You can be unique as you want, but sonically pleasing. But in some genres, that isn't a thing. Some genres being sonically pleasing isn't needed because you're not literally trying to listen to the word. You aren't trying to make somebody hip to your hop. So you wouldn't need to. You aren't trying to incite somebody to, give information to somebody based off of your movements so they might embrace or like it. You might not be doing that. So, long questions, long diatribe. We talking shit today. I'm with this one. And I'm assuming this is Ren playing too, because that nigga...
I'm carried away. Anesthetic bleeding, a place for the pain. Self-destructive healing is one and the same.
And it's just like little things like that. Like, so one thing I faulted Ren for, and I'm here to give him credit for, and I always say when he's not rapping, the nigga is great. So there is such a contrast. Do you hear the tone and melody of it, right? It's so like just him, not the instrumentation, just him. That motherfucker sounds sort of like poppy, but that's great writing. They try to get me go to rehab, but I won't go. Yes, I've been bad, but when I come back, they won't know. Whoa. I ain't got the time, and plus my daddy thinks I'm fine. Okay, so you do that, right? Nigga, we playing it on the radio. I can't even. It's such beautiful writing because you unlocked it. You were just bleeding your pain, and it just happened to be the most sonically pleasing, beautiful shit ever. But you were still bleeding your pain, and you didn't have to because it's so easy, right? If when I wanted to make y'all niggas sad, I started the violin. Cause every time I talk some sad shit, I start a violin. And every time I say some funny shit, right? It would be so easy because I'm just selling it to you. But what if I had to make you feel it? What if I had to set the joke up when I'm serious, I had to guess it? What if I had to make you feel it and I couldn't just sell it on what our brain naturally just does? That's what makes this genius. You're not milking it. You're not forcing it. What you are saying is such real shit that I don't give a fuck if you could be. I'm still gonna be, ooh, nigga, yeah, fuck them pills, because you're saying real shit. So when you can put that contrast it does something, because it allows me to interpret the song and not just be sort of guided down a track. Like, I'm not a fool. I assume at least 79% of you niggas ain't fools. Come on, I see them dislikes. But you don't need to be like, I don't need to go like this to you, right? An artist doesn't need to go like this to you. Nigga, he's painting a universe. Just walk outside and look. It's gorgeous. You don't need someone to guide you through it. You don't need it to be like, this is the part in the show where we cry. They you know on the sitcoms, they put a little laugh shit up, laugh. Nigga, we're not robots. We know better. So this contrast right here is some heat.
Static bleeding, a place for the pain. Self-destructive healing.
Cause I can still do this.
Oh, Diazepam. Synesthetic dreaming, I'm carried away.
Carried away, huh?
Static bleeding, a place for the pain. Self-destructive healing is one and the same. Don't lie, Diazepam. Synesthetic dreaming, I'm carried away. Anesthetic bleeding,
I even like the animation for it.
Self-destructive healing is one and the same.
Fuck the, what is it, benzo? I swear I told y'all I Googled this bitch before it. I showed it. Demos do not share volume time. Demos do not share volume 2 Diazepam. Nigga, this was hot. Hot. This is a certified vibe check. Now here comes the reaction by me. Here, ping music video by me right there. Pow! Click on it. Show me some love. You watch this videos long and haven't hit that thumbs up button. You're a hoe. So stop being a hoe. KBD family, love y'all. Salute. I am gone.